Catalonia's spicy capital shows us Spain's fun personality. We're in for some crazy street art, freaky food, and bring on the flamenco. This is Kids Eye View in spicy Barcelona. Barcelona is a vibrant, bustling city. It sits right on the Mediterranean. In addition to the city, they've got great beaches. Its 5 million locals make for friendly hosts, so we feel right at home. We get out and enjoy the many sights, starting with La Rambla. It's the main walking street that gets you from the port into the city and is an adventure in itself. There's always lots of crowds, so stick together and make sure to watch your pockets.
Since we're just here for a few days and there's a lot to see, we hopped on the Barcelona bus touristique, which is easier and less expensive than taking cabs everywhere. You can purchase a 1 or 2 day pass and get on and off wherever you want.
It's a great way to see the city, since a lot of Barcelona's art is on tops of buildings. Plus, you can enjoy the great weather as you watch the city pass by. Our first stop is an architectural masterpiece, Casa Patio, in the Eixample neighborhood. Gaudi was an artist and architect who became part of a movement they call modernist art in the early 20th century. As a child, he was very sick, so he spent a lot of time observing nature. His work was greatly influenced by the natural world. You can see Gaudi's creations all over Barcelona. His most famous piece is La Sagrada Familia, which we'll see later in the show. But first, let's take a look at Casa Patio. We go in and get some audio guides. The first thing you notice is that Gaudi never created straight lines. This is the staircase. Everything had curves, just like in nature. The attention to detail is incredible. He used natural light to fill a room and created ways to bring the outside light all through the building. Gaudi never drew architectural plans. He made models of what he imagined in his head. Even the walls represent something he saw in nature. This looks like the skin of an animal. This glass is made to appear as if you're looking through it from under the ocean. He made it by trapping water inside the glass. His art is not only on the inside, but the outside of buildings too. It can be a little scary. Some say these balconies are skulls. This is the roof of Casa Patio. Is it just me, or does this look like a dragon's back? Gaudi used pieces of recycled glass and tile to create mosaics called trencadís. These chimneys are beautiful. He didn't just create buildings, he created furniture and lighting too. Every piece is a work of art. At the end of the tour, you can give them your thoughts on what you saw. And see Gaudi himself. His eyes follow you like one of those weird paintings. It makes you wonder what made him create a building like this. And what was going on in his mind. Coming up, Gaudi's famous church, La Sagrada Familia.
La Sagrada Familia is Barcelona's #1 tourist attraction and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. People come from all over the world to see it. You'll want to buy your tickets online, otherwise you'll be standing in line for a while. Once you're in, make sure to get an audio guide. There's a special one for kids. When you see the wooden kiosks, press the number on your guide and it will tell you about that part of the basilica.
Kids should look for the specially marked numbers with stories just for us. You can see a model of what the church will look like when it's done. The basilica is still being built, even though Gaudi died in 1926. When the city officials asked Gaudi when it would be finished, he famously said, "My client is not in a hurry." Even before you go inside, Gaudi's love of nature and religion is everywhere. On the doors and the facade, the detail is amazing. Once you go inside, don't forget to look up and be prepared to be wowed. Wow, this is a church. Even if you're not religious, there's so much to look at and explore. The church looks dark and foreboding outside, but inside it's light and open thanks to these beautiful windows and its architectural design. See these columns? They're made to look like tall trees, with their leaves spread out all over the ceiling. You can even take a look at the models the builders are still using to finish the church. And tour the schoolhouse where the workers' children studied while their fathers built the church. On your way out of the church, look up and check out the art way up on the towers. Gaudi even managed to include some favorite fruits in the structure, which makes us think he had quite an imagination.
Now it's time for dinner in Barcelona's 2,000-year-old neighborhood, the Gothic Quarter. Many of the buildings in Barcelona's Gothic Barri, or Gothic Quarter, date from the medieval times. It's in the center of the old city of Barcelona. The streets are like a labyrinth or maze. Most of it's closed to car traffic, so it's a nice place to explore. We find a great little place, Melic del Gothic, which is a brasseria, to try some grilled specialties. And we meet another American family who gives us the perfect ending for our first day in Barcelona.
The Stone family from New York, and this is Barcelona.
Epic. Day 2 in Barcelona is all about food and flamenco.
Just like in many European cities, it's more fun and much less expensive to feast at the local market. Why not shop and eat where the local chefs go? In Barcelona, that means La Boqueria. It's just steps from La Rambla, and it's huge. It's usually very crowded and loud, which is part of the market's culture. So stick together and explore.
You can find everything here. We started with fresh fruit, then walked around to investigate the stalls. It doesn't take long to find some things we don't see in the States, like emu and ostrich eggs. That would be one huge omelet. Then we move on to the seafood. It's so fresh, it's still moving while it's for sale. So if you want to meet your meal before you eat it, you're in the right place. You can grab a seat and order. Or like we did, just pick what you want, pay, and go on the hunt for dessert.
Coming up next, we spend our last night in Barcelona discovering the fiery dance of the flamenco. Our evening takes us to Tablado Flamenco Cordobés. It's just off La Rambla, where we meet Joaquim and Natalia, who tell us a little bit about the flamenco we're going to see.
Hi, I'm Joaquim. I'm from here, Barcelona, Spain.
And we're here at Tablado Flamenco.
Tablado Flamenco Cordobés. A very ethnic gypsy flamenco style from the deep south of Spain.
Okay.
Very passionate dance. Very intense.
1 hour and 15 minutes of a magnificent show. Very intense, very emotional.
And she wasn't kidding. It was an incredible show of music and dance. We got tired just watching them all. It was a great way to end our trip. Buenas noches, Barcelona. Barcelona taught us that culture and art can be fun. We loved the food, giggled at the street art, and really enjoyed all the spaces both inside and out in this beautiful city. To find out more information on how we discovered Barcelona, or to see how you can bring a little bit of Spain into your home, go to www.kidseyeview.com.
Well, I know I'm not your neighbor, but you can call me friend. Yeah, well, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm proud of where